There's a message from Katie.
Hey guys, welcome to my Thursday live. And all right, here we are. Okay, so we have my creative team on. There's a couple members that are not here, but I don't know why I have echoey. But anyways, I want to go around and introduce everyone. So let's start, and we'll just do a round robin. I think we all see each other the same way, correct? How about we start with Natalie? Oh, wrong way. Natalie here.
Hi,
would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Natalie with Sparks of Joy Studio, and I'm very excited to be here. Is there anything special that I'm supposed to include?
How about what is your favorite thing about the Maker's Box?
Okay. I think I mentioned this in my most recent video, but one of the best things for me about the Maker's Box is it really gets me out of my comfort zone. So when you feel like you're required, and Tara and I went through this when we had our recent swap. When you have to do something in a project, it really makes you think outside the box and try something new. And I think it makes me experiment new colors, new patterns, new things that I wouldn't have otherwise done. I will also say the other thing about it, and I was I was trying to get the data because I love the data, but most of the things that I made as I was looking through all of my projects I made have sold almost as soon as I posted them on my website. Yeah. So, that's another thing that helps, that helps yes. Advocate, just show my appreciation for the box is that it really, people end up really loving it. And I think it's because my creativity flows in those boxes.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I love it. Let's see. I did not even have the comments up at first, you guys. So can you guys see the comments too or no?
Yes.
Can? Okay.
I can't. What am I doing wrong? Hold on.
Okay. That's Tara, everyone.
I know. I just literally got off of my Whatnot Live minutes ago.
We know. We know. We know.
There we go. Okay. I can see comments. We're good.
Okay. Good. Okay. Yes, and looks like Cindy just dropped off. She's back. Hey. All right. Well, thank you. I love that, Natalie. I love how it really, pushes you out of your comfort zone. So, and I did see that on your one video that you said that. So that's awesome. All right. So that's our Natalie, and then to the other side of Natalie is Cindy. And they both have a bit of spark in their business.
Yes, we do. They're electric ladies. We are. Yeah. Yes, I feel like she's like my cousin or my kin. We're both sparky gals. So I am Cindy with Spark of Vintage. Hi, thanks for inviting me to be on here. And it's such an honor to be here with all these makers. I feel like I've gone into the advanced program. I'm not sure if I'm ready. It's exciting.
You're more than ready.
Well, I'll say that's what I love about the box. It's so perfectly curated, like the colors and the way that Connie and Royce and the colors that Sonnet picks out. I think that's my big thing too, is I just don't have to think about it. It's all there. It's like a make in a box, and the colors are so unique. I think you do a really great job, Sonnet, of kind of like Natalie said, outside the box colors. It's just not your basic palette. These are really sophisticated colors that I think are really exciting to use. So yeah, stretches me a little bit too. Some months are a slam dunk. I'm they're my spirit animal boxes. You know what I'm asking for. And then a couple I'm like, oh, yeah, what am I going to do about that? So it's very exciting. I think the curated part of it, and again, high quality products, very sophisticated colors. I think that's some of my favorite as well.
Yeah. Oh, good. I know when I watched Natalie's video last month and she named Daisy, it was Daisy. I loved it. So yes. So that obviously pushed you out of your comfort zone because you said you don't have, what did you call it? Did you call it a cow?
I think I called it is it not a cow?
It's a cow.
Okay. I even like looked it up.
Bull?
I was like,
I thought it was a bull.
Old skull.
Oh, well, but it has
It's a
flowers
skull.
on it.
But the
Some
horns.
cows do have horns.
did somebody
Some
just say it was a
female
goat?
cows have horns.
I didn't say it was
No.
a bull.
Highlander. Not Hollander. Highlander.
Highlander. Oh yeah, I called it a Hollander. Yeah, and I got corrected.
Actually, I looked it up, and girl Highlander cows have horns.
Oh,
They do.
okay.
Yeah.
I wonder why you looked that up.
I love it. Probably because she just painted them. So
I did.
awesome. Well, thank you, Cindy. All right, and then we'll go below Cindy to Connie. So, and everybody probably knows you, but you can introduce yourself.
All right, so I'm Connie from the Painter Photographer, and I get the privilege to do 2 papers in Sonnet's Maker's Box every month, and it's such an honor, and I am forever grateful to Sonnet to push me outside my comfort zone with creating those papers. And I just have to tell you, they're getting better and better, and Sonnet and I are finding a mesh between us, and she tells me what her vision is, and I get scared and I'm like, okay, let's try this. And so they turn out fantastic, and they're just really, it's challenging, and I love it. But also when I get the Maker's Box, I absolutely love that I'm challenged to use what's in the Maker's Box and put them all together and make like vignettes with those items instead of just, they're all go together, so they make a good vignette. But you have to figure out how to make them fit all together. And one of my biggest challenges is that milk paint. But I am so happy to use that milk paint because I just don't use it. It's not my go-to paint. And it just makes me think outside that box. And I like to try new things. And I'm not competitive, but I'm very challenged. Like I want the challenge. But I don't have a competitive bone in my body, but give me a challenge and I'll take it.
That's awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you. And I'm so excited that you create every single month and come up with and take, you guys wait till you see next month. I mean, this month is really good, but next month.
You always say that, Sonnet.
I know. Oh. Just
Dangle that carrot.
Next month doesn't even have Connie lines.
It's like, it is like a piece. It is truly artwork. I mean, like she showed, I said, hey, have you ever drawn a blah, blah, blah? And then she's like, I think she said no. And I said, oh, that would look so cool with a blah, blah, blah. And then some blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, okay. And then she sent it to me. And then she's like, I think it's missing something. And I'm like, remember I said the blah, blah, blah? And then she did it. I mean, it was so cool. It just turned out amazing.
Yeah.
So.
It took a while to put that paintbrush to paper because I was just scared what I was going to do and how it was going to turn out. But it's amazing.
I'm excited.
I have to say, it's amazing.
No.
Yeah, I
I'm
love
glad
it.
you say that.
Box. You have to get the box so that you can see what it is.
Yes. And that will be in the March box. So February's box will be shipping next week. And then March's box that's in. So
yep.
so
and then I paint them all with DIY paint. So the paint that Sonnet, she picks out the 2 colors that we're going to do for the month. And so then I make sure that you incorporate those 2 colors into my paintings. And they just work really well with the paints that you get.
yeah, I love it. Natalie, are you commenting and are you on?
I sure am.
Okay. I didn't know if it was your children.
No, I told them they weren't allowed to come to this one. I said, this one's not about me.
Okay. I was and I'm like, oh, sparks of joy studio.
I totally didn't even think about that. Thank you, Natalie, because
how did I write? I totally love Whatnot.
I don't know. I just wrote that.
Okay.
Am I under you?
You must be signed in as me.
Oh. Well, I'm not you.
Well, that's kind of a powerful move
That
you
was
just
weird.
made.
Okay. Well, I love Whatnot. I was answering a question, but yes.
Okay. It might be because you're Tara's my admin on here too. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think that's probably because all of a sudden I looked and I'm like, now I commented, but I totally
I know. I'm
did not.
like, wait, I wrote that.
Be careful what you say, Tara.
Oh.
All of a sudden she's gonna write Tara is the best. She gets okay, let's see who's all on, and then we're gonna keep going down and around here. Let's go to the very top. All right, so good evening from Wakanda, Illinois. It's 46 degrees. So
that's
it
warm.
was 55, I think, here in Wisconsin today. So
Wow, you're out of your cold snap.
oh yeah, just today. Then it's going back down in the 40s.
That's still
So,
warm.
Yeah. Yeah. Then we have Vicky. Hello, Vicky. Thanks for joining. We have Karen. Foggy and rainy. Yuck. We have H2 Home Designs. Hello, April.
Hi, April.
Yeah. And then we have Dora. Hello, sweet friends. Thought I'd join you for a minute before I get tore away to make dinner. Hungry family. I haven't used Whatnot yet. Do y'all like it? Is that what you were saying, that you love Whatnot? Okay.
Yeah.
We love it.
Hello, creative artists. All right. Karen said I was tickled to use milk paint.
There's so many people that are so afraid of it. It's fun though.
It is. It is.
I really do like how it is so unpredictable. Like you never know what's going to happen. So
Right project to know that it's okay to be unpredictable, you know.
right. Yes. Yes. Well, yeah. If you're looking for something specific, it would not be a project to use it on. I get stumped sometimes, like Cindy. That is where seeing the projects from the creatives help. Oh, you guys, see how you help everybody? I love that your papers match the DIY paints.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, and here, that is the coolest part of Connie's paper. You know it will match. Hey, Kathy. All right, Connie, you're so fun. I love your altered card challenge. They're fun. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, the ATCs. I'll say another thing about Connie's paper too. If you're nervous about trying the decoupage, or Connie's papers are really durable and they take a lot of like tugging and moving, like they're really forgiving. So I really love working with them because they're like new user friendly. So if like the really thin decoupage papers, you're like, I'm not sure I want to do a really big project yet. Practice, use Connie's stuff because it's really high quality, great color, super durable, and it's really forgiving.
The fibers, I think, in the rice paper are really
excellent. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the actual, hers is the best rice paper I've ever worked with. And
Mine too. Me too. I agree.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, now we're moving down to Tara. So you said the Connie's paper. You want to introduce yourself, Tara?
I am Tara from the Reclaimed Ranch, and I've been getting this box since day one. Even though I am a creative, this is my me time to get this box because it's specifically for me. It's very rare in the fact that Connie has 2 exclusive papers in it. Royce has 2. You cannot get those anywhere else, and I am all about rare items. Like I have antiques in my home, and I have the FOMO, fear of missing out. So this is definitely my calling to have this box because you also, as a perk, get to get more of the papers. I see a lot of comments. Where did you get that paper? How can I get it? Well, you have to be a subscriber to get it. But this box just allows me to have fun and not work per se on a YouTube video. It's just I get to create something for myself. So that's why I love it. It's just fun to see that colorful box sitting on my porch every month. It's here.
I love it when I pack them all up, and the post office guy, he just loves me too, Ryan.
Yeah.
No, Cindy, nice.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. I know. I loved it when I pulled up and I opened the back end of my husband's truck, and he opened up the door and he goes, "Oh, it's you." But it was funny because the last time I held up the paper, Ryan, you'll be so happy. I learned how to do a 1-bar scan code because he's like, do you know, I have to scan every one of those boxes. I'm like, isn't that your job?
So now you have 1 bar for all of the boxes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then he takes like a 15-20 minute break.
Oh yeah. The last time too,
he doesn't have to scan them.
So last time I'm unloading them and he looks at his watch. Yeah, I really want to go to lunch. Can you just, when you're done, shut the door, hit this button to lock it, and then let yourself out? I'm like, sure. I'm like, I must look very trustworthy, you know?
Federal building.
I know. That's what I said to my husband. I'm like, anything could happen. Ryan doesn't care. But all right. Well, yes. Thank you, Tara. Now we're going to slide on over to Sandra.
I'm Sandra from Midwest Charm, and I've been getting this from day one too. And I really love, I don't want to reiterate what everyone says, but honestly, it does just push you out of that zone and lets you create and do something maybe you normally wouldn't do and get results that you're like, oh, hey, maybe I should do this a little bit more, because you find out you really enjoy something. I love the fact that Connie's papers match the paints because you're able to then blend and do what, I don't know. I love everything about it, everything, including the little surprises. There's not a negative thing.
Oh, good. Yes, and so that's what I do try to do. Obviously I match up the DIY paint with Connie's, and then the actual fusion I match up with Royce's, and I try to pull out one color from Royce's paper for the fusion. And then the milk paint, I kind of just see like an overall, like what will, what color will go with this whole box. So,
and for those that haven't tried milk paint, over in the comments, y'all, you need to do it. If you're getting the box, you're getting a sample. You're not wasting a huge amount. You just need to do it.
Right. I know. And the milk bar.
Yeah. And play around with it. Like, have it try to crackle, have it try to chip, and then do it on a raw piece of wood and see that it has the most satin soft finish when you you paint it on and then you just lightly sand it. It's like a baby's butt.
Butter.
Like, seriously.
It is so soft.
Yeah.
then you add oil wax to that, and it's the smoothest thing ever.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, I used it on my deck outside, it just it's holding up great.
Did you crackle your deck?
No. I didn't want crackled deck.
Mine's just naturally crackled from all the layers of paint on it.
I see Tara out there with a hair dryer. Come on, give me some crackle.
My neighbors would think I'm crazy.
I remember when you did that, I was like watching your video. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's milk painting it.
Yeah. Yeah. People do their docks and stuff out on the lake. Yeah, they do. It's just a great product. You put tung oil over it and seals it up, and haven't had to paint yet.
Because I think you experienced the same thing that I did. Was it the Home Depot Bear?
Every like couple months later, after you stain it, it just starts peeling off. I'm like,
I thought this was supposed to be stain and like absorb into the wood, and it was like flaking off. And I worked hard on that.
Yeah, I know. You can literally just take chunks off. Like, it was weird.
Yeah. So good. Well, thank you. And finally, not last or not what was I saying? Not
Last but not least, yeah.
There you go.
At least. Sylvia.
Sylvia, Backyard Brushes in Winona, Minnesota. I'm only a few hours away from Sonnet, and I'm in between Sonnet and Connie, and then in between. Well, they're on one end, and then I'm in between the middle of Sandra from Midwest Charm. So that's really nice too, because we can some days make that drive and meet up. It's really hard to pick a favorite, and I hate it when you ask questions like that, because it's like I'm supposed to pick a favorite out of my children. But I'm selfish, so I like that the box is for me. It's all about me. And in the meantime, I get to spoil myself while I'm supporting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different small businesses, all owned by women.
Yeah.
So I love that. And yes, the milk paints I had never used before. And now I find myself using them all the time, ordering other colors. I love getting the sample colors. So I have found paints like the bee, Queen Bee. I never would have ordered Queen Bee, and now I can't be without it. So, but there might be another color that it's like, well, I'm glad I didn't buy a big old chunk of this because it's not a favorite, you know? So I like being able to have those sample sizes to see if it's a color I like or don't like, regardless of the product of the 3 products. So, but yeah, I'm selfish. I just like that the box is about me and I don't have to share.
That's awesome. Well, I am so excited that you guys are all part of my creative team. There are a couple others that couldn't make it tonight, but I will be featuring these ladies on my Facebook page, and then hopefully you can each send me a beautiful photo of yourself so I can also include a little snippet of you on my website too, on my page. So but yes, so like I said, I wanted to introduce you guys and get your take on it. And last month I liked how it was a little dabbling of spring, and now this month, you guys, it's a full-blown spring. So
Yay!
I know.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah,
I know. I hate all the teasing. There's so much teasing, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I hate it.
I know.
I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be better than last month, but I have to be patient. I'm not going to be patient.
Yes.
I also appreciate that you give us a little lead time too for each season, like where we have a chance to make it. And like Natalie was saying, I'm sure that's why a lot of things in your booth sell so quickly. Me too. Like we make it, we post the video, I put it in, and I've had a couple of people even call the shop and say, is that green picture still in there? And they're like, they're calling about your stuff, which is kind of exciting. Because when you're making, sometimes in doing videos, you're not really sure is anybody paying attention? But the uniqueness, like you all were saying about, like, we can only get these in the box, and I think they make them very special and very unique. And so that's really exciting. And I love having the opportunity to make a little bit ahead so that my stuff is already done and ready for the season.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
And you guys, all the boxes shipped out today for all of you. So you guys, I know. I was like, okay, I'm shipping you guys out early, so you have a little extra time to create with it. And so if you guys don't know, we all put together YouTube videos and we have a playlist. This month's live unboxing is going to be, February 14th. You're going to spend Valentine's Day with me for an hour. I know, right? So I'll do the live unboxing, and then at that time, that is when the playlist goes live. So, and these guys come up with the best ideas. So I was supposed to be working on stuff, and I went around and I just binge watched every video. I'm like, it was so good. So
Some really good stuff. Yeah.
Well, and I think for me, when I'm out thrifting too, I'll be like, ooh, this is something different or unique or whatever for the videos. I hope the papers go with this, or I hope the paint colors go with this. And then I'll be on the phone with Sandra or someone being like, do you think, and she always gets her box a day or two before me, even though I live closer. That's BS, but reality.
I get mine last.
You know, if you're the closest.
I don't know about
You're
that.
the closest.
I got mine like 2 days before the video was due last time.
Oh. Yeah,
She
mine
was-
did a tour. Mine did a tour at Christmas.
Yeah,
But I
it
think
sure
it's fun
did.
too because when I'm out thrifting, well, one, it gives me another excuse to go thrifting, but I'm out looking, like trying to find, I think, more unique items or things, or would this be something I can use for the box? So actually, when I'm out looking and creating and doing things, I'm actually thinking differently than I previously was before the box. If that makes sense at all, I don't know, but I'm thinking of that box and what are those papers going to be when I'm out thrifting, which I never had that before.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
Yeah.
me.
I know.
I like the create, like not just the makers, like the team here, but the Facebook page where we can see what everybody's making all across the country, which is really exciting. Just to see everybody's unique take. Like sometimes I'll just binge on those and just be like, love, 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 love. I never thought to do that. So it's
I
fun
get
to
mad at
see how
myself.
everybody interprets it.
I know.
Cindy, I'll get mad at myself. I'm like, how come I didn't think of that?
Well, I never watched Sonnet's video. When I get my box, there's
I don't
a card
either.
in there, and I don't watch
don't
her
either.
video until after. Unless
Yeah, same
I've
here.
only done it once because I was really, really stuck on something, and then I watched it, and I'm like, well, that didn't help me. But that's the only time I did is I was just stuck on one paper, and I'm like, oh, because I try not to be influenced by what everyone else might be doing. And even like with Sylvia, we did in the last set, she had found some trivets and we both did them. We didn't say a word to each other what we were doing, and they were so stinking different colors, different papers, the works. And it was so neat to see that we have the same box, the same item, and it was still completely different.
Well, and then
And we
Sandra,
never
you and
talked
I
about it.
did windows. With
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
And they were still completely
I had no
different.
clue. Yeah.
You could just bring out your own personality in your projects.
Yeah.
Which is
It's so fascinating to me to see, like, even with the boho skull this month, like how people interpreted it and used it in different ways. And it was like Sonic, you kind of went really horizontal with it and kept all of the horns. I kind of like shifted it around, the side of the picture, but it was a big piece. And so at first I was a little intimidated, and then I kind of fell in love with her. It's a her, just so you know.
Daisy.
Yes, I love her. And so it was just fun, like to really think, what could I do differently? And that's challenging too, because this talent in this group right here it can be a little intimidating, but it's fun too, because I'm like, all right, what could I do that's, like Sylvia said, a little different that we haven't seen before? So it really is challenging, and it's fun in that way too, to have an opportunity to go back and see how you guys interpreted it too, or how even the different ways we cut the paper, or use it for different things. It looks completely different. It's really amazing. It's really fun. It's the point now where my mom, she's 82, and she'll say, can we watch the playlist? Is today the playlist day? Like, she's so excited to see how everybody did their work. And I'm like, yeah, playlist is out today. We can look at everybody's stuff. It's fun.
sweet.
That's sweet.
Awesome. I love it.
It's fun.
I know. There was on when you talked about going to, well, I have the group page where everybody posts different projects, and there was one gal, she took the New Year's key, and like what she did to it, she added some like birds to it, and then she added like, I don't know if you saw that. I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks so awesome.
Great.
And then another
Why didn't I think of that?
yeah, like that's exactly it. And then another gal, I should have these memorized, like what gals did them, but she made a whole like top to like, actually you put on there boxes. I think it was like a box, and she did something with a key on it, and like it looked so cool. And she was making it for a gift, and so I was like, oh, that's awesome. But I know I also sometimes get stumped because, well, on my videos I like try to make multiple projects with each one, and so like sometimes by the end I'm like, my creative brain is just like sucked dry. But no, I'm like, oh, why did I think of that for that? But yeah. So let's see who else is on. We have Emily from J. Bowen and Company. Hello.
Emily.
Yeah.
Hey, Emily.
And we have Katie says, yes, I love that. I don't know what she loved. I'm trying to think. We said so much, so she probably loved it all.
Hi, Katie.
Karen was asking, what do you think people want to buy right now? Furniture? Any ideas?
Smalls.
And
Smalls.
Natalie.
Small.
Definitely
Smalls.
smalls.
Home decor. Storage.
Yeah.
That's why I said organizational.
Yep.
Yeah. Organizational home decor.
Everybody's organizing.
And bunnies. All the bunnies.
Yes.
Yeah. I even used Connie's key to do an unconventional, like not red, not pink Valentine. And I just made like a little gift box that said like key to my heart. And it was in my booth one day. Like I took it in and poof. Because it would be cute to give like to like a guy too, right? Because it wasn't like super foo-foo-y. So when I first saw the paper, it was just like, oh, that would be a nice guy Valentine's. But it was because the blue that was in the box just triggered something. I know I wouldn't have noticed that on my own. You know what I mean? Like I think the paints also inspire me to do different things because they pull out different things in the papers. You know, when you first get them, you're like, oh, that's beautiful. And then you set the paints down next to them. You're like, oh, yeah, I want to use that piece of it. Or I'm going to use that section because, those colors really work. So it's great. It's inspiring too, not only the makers, but being able to kind of see the coordination of the color. I appreciate that as well.
Cindy, one of the things you reminded me of too is I have this problem of hoarding items that I like. I will admit that.
Really? You're the only one, Sylvia.
just 1 or 2, 5 or 20. I don't know. But and that includes like craft items I buy. Like,
oh yeah.
I get it and I love it. And I just got to hold on till that perfect, project comes or something inspires me to use it. And with these papers, it's nice to know that one, because they are exclusive, that other makers in the area, you're not going to see them everywhere. But 2, I can order more. So I can use this and I know I can get more in my box right away versus, they're out, they're discontinued, whatever reason it might be. So I really do like that aspect. I've been using my materials more and more than just hoarding them and, sitting in the corner of the house petting, my pretty papers because I don't want to use them.
I've been sharing this week on my Facebook page.
Well, that's a good point too, because
projects, and you just finish so many of them and still have so much left. Like my post, I think, was it today, where I had the table and there's like 6 projects on it, and I know I have 3 more squares of that Christmas paper, and I know I have part of the evergreen paper left from December, and I have paint, but I have all these supplies left that I can still keep going. So it's not like what you're seeing in our videos is it. There's so much more you can do with than just what you see us doing.
Yeah.
Well, and kind of like you guys are saying, I think because, you put it in your booth and it's like 1-2 days, it's gone. Well, it's because they're exclusive papers.
Yeah.
They're not found hardly anywhere, So they're going to be, oh, wow, that's new. I want that.
Oh, yes, April. I loved your TV trays too.
I know. I was going to show this. I love how my TV trays with Royce's clocks are functional and add to my home decor.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I love
those clocks were one of my favorite papers too.
Yeah.
I did a huge stool from those clocks from a stool I had thrifted, and it is actually still in my kitchen. I never took it. Like a couple of the items, or I just can't get rid of because I like them so much. I might have an oar hanging above my fireplace now, but that clock with the stool was one of my favorites, and it's still in my kitchen. I have a hard time getting the stuff to the booth now. I don't have
my box
to the shop, huh?
Yeah,
that's my box. It's stuff that I get to keep too.
Yeah,
that's right.
I still have my jean jacket.
There you go.
That was so cool.
That was cool. Your jean jacket.
Well, and then April made those shoes the following month, I think it was, or 2 months later.
Yeah.
And it was like from the September box.
Yeah.
And that was another project. Why didn't I think of that? I remember those canvas shoes I used to wear in the 80s with my bright socks. Yeah.
I forgot she did the shoes. That was another really good idea.
Yeah, that was
She had them out at the
retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
ooh, maybe we'll have to do that for Royce's retreat.
What was that?
I now challenge all of you to make a pair of shoes for Royce's retreat, those that are going.
I have to find a pair.
I know.
I'm like, here, all of a sudden I'm like, do I have any? I probably do. But I still have to find a pair.
Just the white canvas shoes.
Tara's got some ice skates, so you all could do that.
Yeah.
We're ice skates in Arizona.
Yeah. Sure, yeah. Just tiptoe around on the ice skates. Sure.
Yeah, what ice skates? Look at they're little ones.
Oh, that's adorable.
Good.
I love those.
Again, I won't use them because they're so cute and little, but
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, Kelly says Hobby Lobby has the canvas shoes. Ooh.
Oh, good to know.
Ooh.
You might have a challenge coming on.
Ooh. We like a challenge.
You don't want to do the shoes, Connie?
I don't have a Hobby Lobby near me, so somebody
I don't either.
I do.
I don't
I'll
either.
send you. I just have to know your size.
Nice. Yeah, we'll get you a pair.
You'll have a pair of shoes in your next box.
I know. I'll be like cramming them in.
Yeah.
No, we'll have to meet up. We'll have to have a thrifting date.
She'll be in Mexico.
So, Sonia, do you still have spots open on the box, or are we sold out?
I do still have spots open. Yes. So, yes, if you guys want to subscribe, oh my gosh, that's what I was starting to do. And then you guys sucked me in with chatting. I was going to put the link in here. Let me do that. Let me just pull it up here.
Kelly says she's having trouble ordering the extra papers. There's an email that she sends out. Kelly Matson.
Oh, yeah, I did send out an email. I always send it out on the same day that I do the live unboxing, and I try to send it out as early as like 7 a.m. So I think
check your spam folder.
Yeah. Mine's gone in there a couple of times. So yeah, just whitelist her. Yeah, check the spam folder.
And I have tried going in ahead of time using the code word, and it doesn't work. So don't bother wasting your time.
Are you trying to break the rules?
I have. I admit it. I'm selfish. I was so scared they'd all be gone, certain papers. And I'm like, I'm going to go in early and I'm going to get them before. It doesn't work.
You are so funny. You are so
I admit
funny.
it. I'm selfish. I was scared they were going to be gone. But I think if you order enough, you don't need to have that fear.
Oh my gosh. So I did include the Maker's Box link on in the comments. And yes.
Oh, she
so
got the email. It's just getting into her account.
Okay, so there's a password and it is case sensitive.
Okay.
And the password's in the email.
Yes.
Right.
So it's
her password isn't.
What?
I think that the password that is required is
okay.
What Sonnet sends us.
I thought she's like she can't get into her own account into
maybe.
just getting
Because
into-
there's two accounts. There's like the account you can get into
Okay.
to check your status and your
Yes.
orders.
Okay.
And then there's the account for the secret.
So I
Santa
will tell
paper.
you that this is what happens. So when you're trying to sign into this page, that's a password protected page. What happens is the password that pops up is your password for your account. So you have to like highlight
Delete
over
it.
it and then type in this password that I give you. I don't know if that's happened to any of you. I was practicing like making, because I always feel like if I'm going to help customers with anything, I better know what's going on. And so then I tried to log in and I'm like, why is this not working? And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it's going in with my password. So, but yeah. So put the password I give is what it is. So try that, Kelly. I'm sorry. But yes, you still have time.
Message one of us will help you.
Yeah. And you still have time because I am starting to pack the makers boxes. I actually started today by sending out all of my creative team, and then I will start packing and then have hopefully all of it packed.
So if someone joins and could they go back more than just 1 month if they wanted to catch up on, like maybe they saw a paper a couple of months ago and you still have it in stock, could they do some catch up?
Yes. So as a thanks for asking me all these great questions, Cindy. I love it.
Oh, well, it's my degree in journalism.
Yeah. So as a subscriber, one of the perks that you get, Sylvia had mentioned it, is you are able to order any of the papers from the Maker's Box. So,
okay.
Yes. So then, so February 14th, I'll send out the link and then you'll be able to order the papers. So all the new subscribers will then be able to order any of the past papers and have it shipped directly in their Maker's Box and no shipping because it's all part of the Maker's Box. So,
that's great.
But you can't get the boxes from past, like January's box or December's box.
One thing that, since I've been like playing around with Pinterest and stuff, I decided that I am going to have the past boxes. I'm going to just put some together. I still have some papers and I can pull some paints together. So what I plan on doing is I'm just going to do like maybe like 10 of each box or something and have it available.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So then how do they, is it under they can get the extra papers or?
It will be on my website. So I'll have like past makers boxes and then they can go in there and then they can see what was in the June, all the past ones. So,
so it won't be password protected?
That one will not, because it'll be just like ordering a whole box. They'll just get the entire June box or the full July box. So they would.
That's great. So they can try a box and not do the subscription right away.
Yeah, they can try a pass box because it's already been released. They'll know what's in it. But yeah, if they want a pass box, they can grab a whole box and then.
But if they wanted one paper, they'd have to buy the whole box because they're not exclusive to the Makers Club.
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
Lots of great perks. That's nice.
Are you going to post any that are Christmas? I think Dora might want one.
I know Dora's a little excited down there.
Oh, I just saw that. Yes, I will. I have to get through. That was an idea that sparked. I feel like I'm related to you two up there. I sparked. We're in the top row.
Sparking row.
All the sparking of the creativity.
Well, heat rises, girlfriend. So yes, welcome to the top.
But no, I just all of a sudden like, oh, maybe I should do that. And then, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah. So
that's exciting.
Yeah. And it'll help me promote it more on Pinterest too by having the boxes available is what I'm thinking as well. So yeah, I'm excited. Oh, Dora goes, yes. I know.
And not only that Christmas box, I think ended up being my most expensive box in the long run. When ordering the paint colors and more papers, that box cost me
But it was worth every penny.
Yeah, or I wouldn't have been spending the money on it. But I did sell, I think, all but I think all the items sold from the box. But hence having to order some more. But that red, I fell in love with that fusion red, and I had to have the big container of it too.
Highlander.
You got me hooked on that one, Sylvia. That Highlander. Love
yes, that Highlander.
Love it.
Like the cow, Highlander.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually fell in love with Everett from that box.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty green. Yep, green.
Yep.
There's been some gorgeous colors. Gorgeous.
I almost want to paint. So I'm going to be redoing my bedroom, and I want to actually paint like either my end tables. I don't know. We'll see. I wanted
With
to.
Everett?
Yes.
I'm gonna redo my kitchen lower.
Was that you shouldn't do it, or you should?
No, you should.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should.
It's a good neutral.
We want to see it.
It is a great neutral.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You guys, like, I fell in love with it. Like, that's why how Sylvia said, like I have all the colors for Fusion, like right over there. And I look at them all, and then I put that one, I'm like, oh, this one really matches her papers. And then I got to use it, and I was like, oh my God. Yes. And I just love how Fusion goes on too.
But I'm like, I would have never been like, oh, I don't have enough red paint. What red paint should I buy? No,
Exactly.
It was, oh my God, I love this red paint. I need a big thing.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. I loved it. And I used a lot of it because of that color. And I'm not a red person.
But when you put it on the handles of that rolling pin for that one make that you did, I was like, that is the perfect old chippy red color. That is the perfect red.
Yeah.
I love it.
And if you want a really good chippy red, that wagon.
Little red wagon.
I know it hasn't been in the box yet. Hint. But that is a great
Valentine's.
Again, I called Sandra and I'm like, I'm loving this milk paint. What would you suggest? This is what I'm doing. And that's what she suggested. And I love that one too. And I never would have done that or purchased it if I hadn't tried the box and the milk paints.
Maybe I haven't picked out anything for like maybe around July-ish or like June.
4th of July.
Super. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, maybe.
Sonnet, I haven't ever painted a little red wagon yet.
You haven't?
Oh,
maybe we should make a theme. Maybe everybody. Red wire.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh, and you know what else would be really cool, you guys? Another I love those big wagon wheel. In another one, you could paint like big wagon wheels, like against like a post with some wire. I mean, I'm getting really detailed, but you know what I'm saying.
I could go steal my husband's wagon wheel.
I'll just whip that out.
All of a sudden, she'll like send me an image tomorrow. Yeah, I just stayed up and I decided to paint.
Yeah.
I was waiting for tonight, and I painted a rooster because I just couldn't sit here, so I painted a rooster.
Oh, we'll take a rooster.
I'll take a rooster. Rooster would go with little red wagon.
We can do another spring piece.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
The colors.
So cute.
Yes.
There are so many colors you could do with that.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
So
I love chicken.
I was painting a rooster.
That's awesome.
I can't just sit here.
It's not like you're retired, right?
No.
Yeah.
Gotta keep working.
Oh, April said, or you could paint a rusty trough with flowers.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Old
Yes.
truck bed.
Oh. Karen actually said she has to turn this into a business and not just a hobby, or her husband is going to say, done.
Well, Karen, if you're interested in turning this into a business, may I suggest Sonnet's membership group?
There you go. There you go.
I was telling you
lot
how
of
much
us
it has changed my business, learning
too.
so much from not only Sonnet, but this incredible group of ladies. So I'm just going to throw that plug out there, and then maybe your husband will support the box more.
I don't know.
Oh, I love it. But yes, so let's see, how long have we been? We've been on for 50 minutes talking. So
Okay.
any other questions you think that I haven't answered about the box that everybody needs to know? Yeah. I think I've covered everything.
It's a great value too. I will say, if you even break it down by the price and everything, it's a great deal.
Mm-hmm.
And especially those samples might look small in like the beholder's eyes, but when you start painting with them, there's actually a lot of paint in there that covers. There's a lot of coverage in those.
Sure
paints.
did.
So I think the visual and the practicality are two different things. They look small, but there's a lot there.
There's a ton,
There's
like
a
I
lot.
use these on several projects, and I still
Yep.
have a ton left.
Yep.
And they're what 1.25 fluid ounces, 37 milliliters, but they go so far because the pigment's
Right.
spraying them.
And both paints, actually, all three paints have such good coverage. You're not putting 1,000 coats of paint on it.
That's right.
So no matter which brand it is, that first coat might look scary, but that second one is great. So
Yeah.
you're not wasting paint either.
And the
Yes,
brush
they're all
strokes are
heavily
minimal.
pigmented.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they level out, so you don't have the brush strokes.
Mhm.
Okay. Kelly goes, just get the box if you don't already have it. You're going to love it.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Especially that
Right.
December box, huh?
We didn't need 51 minutes to say that, did we?
Well, I
We
wanted
just like
you all to,
hanging
like,
out.
yeah. I wanted you all to introduce yourselves so that everybody got to actually meet you ladies.
Sonnet, that's another point. Look at the community you have helped create with that box.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's huge.
Yes,
Just saying.
absolutely. I had a gal reach out to me today, and she was so worried she was not going to get the box. Something was going on with her card. But when she called, she's like, I'm one of your ladies.
I love it.
It was so sweet. I'm like, yes. But when I answered, she's like, oh my gosh, you answered the phone? I'm like, I did.
She's human, people.
Yeah.
I'll attest to it. She's a human.
He doesn't have any assistants.
That's right.
I know. Nope. I'm a solopreneur and my helper is on maternity leave.
Brand new baby.
Yep. But all right. So I want to thank you all for joining me this evening.
Thank you.
And I just want to see if there are any other questions.
April's got a good point.
What was that?
April's got a good point. Make and sell 2 items per box at $35 each, and you get the rest for free.
Oh, cool. Oh,
Yeah.
I hit the wrong button. Wait, did I hit the? Yes, that is. I'm like, did I hit the right button? Yes, that is a very good point. Thank you, April. Yes, absolutely.
Even if you don't have a business, sell stuff on Marketplace, Facebook, Etsy.
Yeah.
To your
It's really
neighbors.
easy.
Yes, absolutely. So,
Craft fairs.
Yeah, exactly.
yes, because that's like immediate, you guys. Honestly, like you have a nice display at the craft fair. I think the number one thing that I recommend is always do layers versus having everything lay flat. If you have layers and build up, you're going to sell a whole lot more. So that's just a pro tip for all you vendors out there. But yeah, so I just again want to say thank you, ladies, for joining me this evening. I appreciate it, and you guys are you're gonna see the amazing talent come out in the next playlist. So watch for that on February the 14th. And you guys still have time. The Maker's Box is going to the doors will close at midnight on February 1st. So you still have time to sign up, and I will put it in the comments one more time for you. And there it is. So just click on it and it will direct you right to my website. All right, guys, thanks so much and have yourselves a great evening.